Sase Kim the Hammer and Todd, also known as Johan Mello. Guys, nice to have you here, awesome to have you here. We're going to cast a PvP between aTn.Socke and Mill.Adelscott. I think it's going to be a really cool series.
Yeah, it will be really cool. They were saying before the game that they wanted Tarzan to cast the game, but when I say it was going to be us, they just say like, hey, Brodos. And now...
all Brotos ready?
Socke is like, yeah, all Brotos
all the Brotoses are ready. We have 5 Protos in one game though, that can go wrong. First map is going to be played on Tal'Darim Altar. These two guys, they met during assembly, right, for the 3rd place decided? And that was like a 2-0 lead for Socke, and then Adelscott came back 3-2?
Yes, it was pretty exciting series, I think, and a very interesting PvP because Adel, he plays a non-standard style with like a lot of gate units. Not too many colossi, he likes to expand a lot, so...
I think he always goes for either 4-gate defense or 4-gate expand.
Yeah, but a lot of the time he takes some risk, like he does like only 2 gates or 3 and then he expands and then he had more gates. Sometimes even 1 gate expand if he sees like you take very early second gas, but I don't think that will be the case on this map.
Maybe it's just against me, he always does that.
He's afraid of you, man.
Yeah,
it's Sase.
Adelscott is indeed, when I played against him as well, often unusual expands, you know, early game. Just when he thinks you're not going to scout him anymore, he expands already, just because yeah, he reads the matchup quite well. We see our French Protoss from Millennium spawning in the left top side of the map, being the orange Protoss, while aTn.Socke spawns in the left bottom side of the map. Socke is known in general to have quite a solid mirror. I mean, he always does well in the German EPS. He did manage to beat Huck a couple of times as well, but not during the last remake. Finally, Huck was able to overcome his own little personal kryptonite. Very curious to see how it's going to turn out between these two guys right now. I'd say a small edge for Socke, but nothing spectacular.
Well, kind of 50-50 to me. Socke, the thing is, he doesn't really have his own particular style. He's like very solid, all-rounded, well-rounded player. He can do any strategies, play Robo, Blink, he even beat me with Phoenixes once in ladder. So yeah, kind of unpredictable. Like I said, Adel, he likes to expand a lot, very early sometimes, but on this map it might be very different because there is no ramp.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be 4-gate versus 4-gate, then just micro.
I saw you play on this map quite a lot lately, Sase, and you're really one who tries to pull off Blink as soon as possible, even though when you know that your opponent is still 4-gating you. I see that you often try.
Not on this map though.
Yeah, I've seen you do it against Grubby. You had relatively fast Blink stalkers.
Not on this map.
You want to bet? When did you play against Grubby? Recent tournament?
In FXO.
Yeah, you had Blink, like really quite early when he had 4-gate as well. But okay, I'm not going to discuss your style with you.
Be careful, man. Kevin's motto is like, I'd rather lose a bet than not bet at all.
That's very true. So you should have taken it.
Exactly.
But so now you would say always 4-gate, 1 guess?
Yeah, and Adel is not making a sellout yet, I wonder why.
I think he will make second gate, yeah, and just get some stalkers out to try to look out for pylons, proxy pylons, and a potential 4-gate, and add more gates later on.
I think this build is becoming quite popular lately. I do think it's quite a good build, but I think there's one big weakness, is no zealot means that you can steal the gas, and that basically means that you force your opponent to 4-gate, because if he wants to steal, kill his gas with stalkers, it just takes forever. His 4-gate is going to be too late, and if he wants to play a tag game, he's way behind in the gas economy. You agree?
Yes.
Thank you, Todd.
But an expansion, yeah, is also possible.
That's true, but that's quite scoutable.
And yeah, we see Adel is scouting very late. We saw Socke scouting pretty early. It's very specific to Adel as well. He always scouts very late. Like, he likes money more than anybody I know, I think. And he wants that extra cash, so that's why he scouts kind of late. And
both of them are taking the second gas. That's pretty early, I think.
Yeah, unusual for this map.
Yeah, definitely, since if there's one map which is suitable for 4-gating, it's definitely Tal'Darim Altar. Might just be a little mind trick as well, but nope, so far both players are actually mining gas.
Maybe they agree to not 4-gate.
Twilight Council before 2nd and 3rd gate for Socke, so that means very, very fast Blink Stalkers for him. While Adelscott is going to play it a little safer, so far more of a standard 3-gate opening, despite being on double gas.
Yeah, so Adel has more supply because he's made more stalkers early on, but Socke is going to have the D-Tech advantage, and I think Blink makes a huge difference. The first one to get Blink, if you can get a fight against a few stalkers and you have Blink, it changes everything. So this might be what Socke is going for in this game. DT is also a possibility. Like, if you don't make Robo, you can't enter the opponent's base, so you don't know what he has, and you can have like to go in front of his base, see his army, and like judge if he spent enough gas so that he couldn't make DTs. So that's the difficulty of the matchup as well.
Yep, definitely, certainly when you have those gateway heavy openings. We saw a small work lead for Adelscott though, whilst Socke went for that relatively fast Twilight Council, but nothing that Socke shouldn't be able to overcome. Wipe Gate's ready right now, will be able to wipe in quite a few stocks. He did still have that Zealot, which is perhaps a small waste of resources right now, since it's not going to help out a lot in the fight. What is Adel going to do?
And we can see Adel, he has 2 more probes and 7 stalkers against 5 stalkers, but yes, like I said, Socke is going to have Blink much earlier. And that's really gonna. Oh, actually.
Well, yeah.
Earlier, but not that much earlier.
He can basically. Socke is able to take one fight with Blink against no Blink, so he's gonna have to be careful. Ooh, he takes a little bit of unnecessary damage on one of the stalkers. That's not what you can use when you're already low on the stalker count compared to your opponent.
And yeah, Adel, he doesn't know that Socke has Blink right now, so he's thinking DTs and he's making a forge to make sure he doesn't die to them.
Both players pretty much on the same amount of workers right now. Yeah, Adelscott playing it a little safer. And the sad thing is, sometimes in Mirror, the player who plays it the safest actually gets punished for it. That's the only perhaps little stupid thing about this matchup. That
pretty much all the time too.
It's not that bad, man. It's a beautiful matchup.
And Adel, yeah, we see. I think he wants to secure his expansion. Oh, engagement here from Adel. Socke.
Wow,
a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Socke right now tries to engage instead. What is so funny thought. Socke right now gonna walk into the stocks from Adelscott. Adelscott goes for an offensive Blink, even though it's close to his base. Ooh, no flawless micro from either two of these players.
And it's very even right now. We have, you see the unit count.
It's good for Adel, I think.
10 stalkers for Adel against 5 for Socke. He needs to blink away. What is he doing? Just standing there.
Socke has been definitely making a couple of micro errors so far in this game. We see the cannon going up as well for Adelscott. Adelscott probably really afraid of DTs now. It's like, wow, if I win this fight so easily, he must be going DTs.
Yeah.
But no, nothing of that is true so far. Socke once again losing way too many stalkers, and he just calls GG. Wow, that was a pretty poor mirror.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I think Socke should have gone the other way and not attack up the ramp the first time, because then he can't micro as easily and he had to go up the ramp every time.
I think the biggest problem already was when those two stalkers were separated from the group and they got caught off guard. That just makes such a big difference. Certainly in this matchup where every unit counts pretty much double, then losing 2 stalkers and getting a lot of damage on your turret before your rest of your army is there.
It's one of those mistakes you can't afford.
Exactly.
And Adel was very patient, played very safe, and for once the guy who played safe won.
Yeah, actually he did get rewarded for his safe play. Very solid, straight up style by Adel. Socke was even the more greedy one with the 1 gate into Twilight and cutting a couple of works as well. Nice to see the safe player getting rewarded indeed.